Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know I've been taking a break from the Hiluxes to focus on the Opel, but I'm addicted, so I can't. Both of them currently looking rather sad, but I've got some exciting stuff in the works for this thing. Hence the front currently being not on. But before we continue with that, I just need to say, I went into my analytics and turns out less than half of you guys watching these videos are subscribed. Like, what are you doing? So please go ahead, subscribe to the channel so you can be notified of all future uploads. And if you wanna, click the bell notifications icon as well. With that being said, back to the video. Quite frankly, I'm not actually 100% sure when you'll be watching this video, so I'll just show you the Opel and the state it is in currently as of recording this video. I just started mocking up the interior, had got the seat in, got the gauges mocked up, or some of the electronics mocked up as well. And the next video on the Opel will likely be assembly of the engine. But if you watch the video of me putting the seat in the Opel, you will know that I recently acquired a welding machine. And to go with that, I also got some metal. And not just any metal, that right there is a build your own bullbar kit. Have I bitten off more than I can chew? Probably. But we'll see how it goes. First things first, I need to mock up the bracketry, get the stuff more or less bolted on, get the hoop, get the pipe work on, tack everything out, and make sure everything fits the way it needs to. Then I can take it all off and spend many hours welding it all together and hoping it'll all stay together. So I've actually had this stuff for months. Well, these showed up last week. Yesterday, actually. But the rest I've had for quite a few months, so they were quite rusty. So this morning I spent some time with a wire wheel to clean off all the surface rust so that they are ready to be welded on. So what I'm going to need right now is this, and these, as well as that, and that, to be bolted onto that. Kind of feels weird how quickly this is all coming together. I spent some time with a hammer, a screwdriver, and a square to make sure that those are level and square and where I need them to be, and also parallel to each other, because that's kind of important. Now I can take my first piece of pipe. By the way, those two are identical. Take my first piece of pipe with some masking tape, mock that up, get that where I need it, and then start tacking things together. I've got all of this where I need and want it to be. It's all following the body lines the way I want it to. The body gaps by side are very close to each other. On these SFAs, they've done a lot of miles, they're very old, you'll never get it fully perfect. Normally, your front body mount bushings are collapsed one side more than the other. I can guarantee you that thing has it, that thing has it. We've even corrected it to do the ARB, because when we fitted the ARB, the one side was so far collapsed that we couldn't get the bull bar on, so that side has a bunch of washers stacked in it to get the body line where we need it to be. And even still, you can see that side is tighter than that side, so you can really work on sort of a 4mm discrepancy, and then you can correct that with washers. Remember always, before you weld on a car, I promise you I nearly just forgot it, disconnect your battery, because, well, just disconnect your battery. I don't know how to explain why. I'm not gonna lie, this is very intimidating. I mean, I got this welder last week. I've welded with it once before, and now I'm immediately going into building custom stuff for myself. And I will be... In my regular fashion, I did a dumb and forgot to record. You didn't really miss much. Tack, 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 tack. Nothing much more to it. Now I need to rinse and repeat that process and make that one match that one. Well, that was much more difficult. Who would have thunk that making sure that two identical pieces of metal sit perfectly parallel to each other would be difficult? I wound up using a lot more masking tape to sort of keep everything together. I made some 50mm spacers because that was the only way I would have known for sure that they were equidistant on both sides. Luckily, I had some tubing laying around to use for that. In fact, I'm actually going to use those in the construction now, so win-win. I had to use a ratchet strap on that side because, quite frankly, you're never going to get everything millimeter perfect from the factory. So the one side was a bit cattywampus to the other, which is expected. It was like a 3mm discrepancy, but it was just enough to have that thing not sit where I needed it to be. So I just want to keep this thing as taut and tight as possible while I tack everything up and weld everything together so that I risk minimal warpage. Not gonna lie, I'm quite proud of myself actually. That's really cool. That's almost a thing. What I need to do now is take some time and tack the whole thing up and tack it securely enough so that I can remove it and finish welding it up off of the car. I'm going to do that off screen though. You don't really want to watch me just sit there like for what I assume is going to be an eternity. So I will see you when I'm done. And it disappeared. It's gone. Kidding. I actually took it to the front yard where I now have sort of a bit of a fabrication bench. Set it up there. I tacked it all together on the car. Now I just need to do assembly. It is 9:41 right now. I will let you know how long all of this took. But for now, cue the time lapse. It's gone again. It's disappeared again. And it is 3:32 p.m. That took me a minute, but I did more than just weld it together. In fact, I'm actually not done welding it together. Yeah. I also did some gusseting because in the kit you get these, you can see them there, triangular gussets to reinforce the whole thing. Work a charm. They're also notched to make room for your welding bead, which is super duper nice. Patting my own back here, but here's where the problem comes. I also inserted these. You might remember those 50mm spaces from when I was mocking this thing up. I welded them to reinforce the thing and make sure it stays in proper alignment. Small problem. Look at that spacing there. Yeah. Now look at that spacing there. Yeah. Ambitious, but rubbish. If you couldn't already tell from the masking tape, I now need to buzz the excess off to make this thing officially a bull bar that fits this car. Alright, if I don't do this right, it's not going to work. 1, 2, ooh. And let's see, did I do it right? Yeah, it's done both sides. Yeah. Jokes aside, that was easily the worst part so far. It'll probably just remain the worst part because the hard work is done. All I need to do now is weld the logo on, weld on a perch for my spotlights, and then from there I can figure out what I'm going to do with my license plate. Probably just drill and pop rivet, as you're supposed to do, straight to the bull bar, as you're supposed to do. And then I just need to start figuring out indicators. I can move the indicators to here. That would be legal and fine, and probably much less work, but I feel like I want to keep indicators in the bull bar. Put down below in the comment section what you think about it. I think I've decided that's just some flat stock that I have left over from doing the seats. I'm just going to weld that to that and bolt the spotlight straight to it, and then the number plate is just getting riveted to the bull bar as per SABS. It's done. It's a bull bar. I've made a thing. I've made a thing. Well, it's almost done. Now I need to clean it, prep it, paint it, drill the holes for the spots, and I need to get some bung holes to put in those open ends, and I still need to figure out the indicators, although for now I'm just going to take my original indicators and zip tie them just to keep the whole thing legal until I can figure out some proper mounts, and then I need to drill the holes for the bracket for the frame for the license plate. Yes. Yeah! So next time you see me and you see that thing will be painted, and I will be busy mounting it to the car, as well as mounting the spotlights, indicators, and the license plate to it. Exciting stuff. But let me do boring, terrible, horribly unfun work off screen, and I'll see you later. It is tomorrow. Bull bar's painted. It's off there, over there somewhere, waiting to be put on the car. Now I need to prep the car for the bull bar to go on. Something I'm not looking forward to is rewiring the spotlights for the upteenth time, because this thing's front bumper has been off many times. Last night I gave this a quick scrub down. Reckon I'm just gonna wipe it down once more, and then we're gonna give that bottom half of the front section a quick and dirty paint job. And there we go. It's on. It's almost done. I've decided that I'm going to use Mark 1 Golf indicators, just like the ARBs do, and I'm going to make my own bracketry to make those work. I wound up putting in studs here so I can make the valance, the OEM valance, fit as it should, so that thing replaces the actual proper OEM bumper. I'm so proud of myself. Yes, this oopsie happened. That little, it's there. It's going to haunt me for as long as this bull bar exists, but I made that. That started with a piece of paper, and now I'm very glad I decided to paint that core support, because that would have looked so shite. Also, one thing I forgot to touch on: integrated recovery points. That's right, for once in my life, I seem to have thought something through. So that would be that for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends to do the same. Subscribe, please. Also, in case you didn't quite catch on, or you in case you hadn't caught on, that's my bull bar. I conceived it, I designed it, had it made, and now I've built it. I do plan on making more. This is prototype number 2. My mate Patrick actually prototyped the first one, and then the first production unit, once that's ready, will be going onto my dad's red Hilux, and then exciting stuff may happen. Also, this is, well, if you watched the LA Sport Prep video, I had an integrated snatch recovery point system that sat behind the OEM bumper. Works on both import and domestic models for the South Africans, by the way. I had that installed on this. That's actually gone off to a mate, because that is the first production model, because the prototype just worked so well that it's just ready to go. And yeah, that's a derivative of this. So this is the official introduction, I guess, of the XO off-road tubular bull bar. In case you were worried, the production ones, I won't be building them. Those will either be DIY kits, or a professional will put them together. Rest assured. Anyways, if I haven't said it already, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.